What's going on, people? Welcome to United View. Welcome to, well, it's the full view today. It's the full view, kind of. And it's the best of 2021. We've got 3 videos of this category. Best of 2021. We've got defender, we've got midfielder, we've got forward, okay? And obviously this episode, you know what I mean? It's Christmas. We got to have fun. We got to look back at the year. This episode is defender of the year, of the calendar year, okay? So from January the 1st, 2021 up until, okay, I get it. There's one more game left of the year, but you know, you get my drift. Yeah. The calendar year. Okay. Not the season so far, because it's only been half, and not all of last season, because that was only half. The calendar year. This, I think, is going to be really interesting. Big up KG, big up big up DJ, big up Owen. And I want to see what everyone's saying in the comments. This is probably one of the most interactive shows you can have. This is you guys' show, and you guys are going to get the overall vote as well at the end of this. So this is going to be really interesting. Lux is already saying, "Why is KG smiling like that?"
And Noah's just got like Aaron Wan-Bissaka stats right in front of me.
I would believe you.
Don't even start.
I would believe it. That's exactly. A Bob says KG has prepared his case. LOL. So it is
KG lawyer.
Anthony says KG got that. I'm coming with Aaron Wan-Bissaka prop look. And some other interesting things there as well. So listen, KG fresh off the bike ride. How was the bike ride, bro? How was it?
Oh, it was insane. These Americans are different, fam. You know, they're just happier about stuff. Hey man, what's fine? Like, bro, we're getting at 20 something miles an hour, fam. Like an hour and no, they just, I like it. It's wicked. Yeah, it's fun, but that bike ride was nasty. Like, it hurt. And they was doing stuff, you know, when they get real close, like proper riders, you know, and they was trying to be in their slipstream. So we rid all the way to this spot. We jammed for a bit, and they said, all right, let's move. Big man, I was left for dead, fam. The only thing that's following me, you know, the car that they have, you know, usually have the car.
Yeah.
With the hazards on, the car was following me. Then the car got bored.
The safety car.
The safety car got bored and he left me. Then he just drove. Safety car drove off, and I was like, can he do that? So, and I had no phone and that, like, in terms of, like, I didn't know where I was going. So the safety car would sometimes come back for me and be like, keep getting straight.
Just tell you where it is. I'll just tell you where it is.
Typical bro, at least you tried, man.
Exactly. You tried, you made it in the heat. You know what I'm saying? You completed it. You wore the spandex thing. You looked
the spandex was crazy. Mr. Motivator settings.
100%. You look a proper part. But all right, let's get into this. Because I feel like if there's no order here, we could be here all night, and I don't want it to be like that. Right, these are the batch of defenders. Okay, these are the batch of defenders that is probably fair to talk about. Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, Eric Bailly, Rafael Varane, obviously been in not long, but he's in there. Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Alex Telles, Diogo Dalot, Axel Tuanzebe. Obviously, didn't play loads of games, but last year played a few. I'm not suggesting he's going to be there, but those are the pool of defenders. Obviously, Phil Jones, honorary mention, just love and respect to Phil Jones.
Rubbish.
Sorry, wrong button. I just
yeah.
I don't even know what happened. Honestly,
it's disrespectful. I'm just trying to big him up to say, you know what I mean? Like,
sorry, do you know what? Muscle memories are all thing, you know. So like, I was like, it's natural the way I hit. That was crazy.
Right. I'm actually gonna start with Owen, because I feel like Owen, he started the stream a little bit. I don't know. Something seems a little bit in his cage. I don't know. He just seems a bit edgy. I don't know. He's got some stuff caged in. So Owen, who would be your candidate for Manchester United's best defender of 2021 with everything considered?
Well, before I get into that, there are a couple of things I do have to address first. I was watching the stream yesterday, right?
Okay.
I don't consider myself, or I try not to be a bitchy guy, right? Yeah. I try not. It's Christmas. It's Christmas, right? It's the most wonderful time of the year. spread a bit of festive cheer. But I just couldn't help myself yesterday.
Yeah.
And Flex knows what I'm talking about. I'm watching it, right? I see the little Wan-Bissaka debate. I'm laughing. I'm laughing. I'm thinking, oh, KG, what's he like? What's he like? Some of the excuses, KG, you were throwing out there were unbelievable. Unbelievable. When we were talking about...
I thought the spray was for thingy. I was sitting there thinking, oh, go on, Owen. Go and get Flex. He deserves it, bruv. Me.
No. I don't usually do this. I had to send Flex a voice note afterwards going, what have I just watched? What have I just watched? The excuse that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a good defender because he's a Sagittarius. I nearly fainted. I'm glad I was sitting down because I thought I was going to pass out of shock.
That was a narrative created by the internet, you know. I was
you said it yesterday. Flex goes to him. Is Aaron Wan-Bissaka one of the top 5 defenders in the league? And dodging it like he's Neo from the Matrix or whatever. He just goes, when were you born, Flex? December? Is he a Sagittarius like you? What on earth are you on about, KG? I could not believe it. I sent Flex a voice note, right? And I don't want to drop F-bombs, but I was like, what the F is that? I was like, what is going on? I could not believe it.
KG would make a bad
This happened, DJ. This happened.
Oh, wait. I think we need to roll back the tape and look at that. I think I was trying to make another point, but I don't know if it came out that I was saying all Sagittarius are good at defending. I don't know if that's
just Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's a good.
I was rattled yesterday. Do you know why I was rattled? Listen, Owen, I was rattled yesterday. These guys and the internet got involved as well. The internet said Flex was taking a piss with the John O'Shea thing.
How?
One
man said it. One man
said
that.
There was more than one man. There was more than one man. There was in my mention saying Flex was moving mad. Flex was moving mad with the John O'Shea thing.
No, it's about 2 man. Probably guys you sent there.
No, it's not just 2 guys. It was quite a few. Like literally, it was like, I like O'Shea, but that's mad. What we're doing right now is
why is that mad?
It just was mad.
KG, the fact that it's even a debate,
it's not a debate. I don't think it's a debate. I think
O'Shea over Wan-Bissaka, man. Come on, man. Behave.
I'm not telling DJ to say that. I'm not telling DJ to say that.
Yoga,
come on, he's clear.
I'm not doing it today. I'm not doing it.
Listen, we're drawing you out.
When Flex said to do this show, I said, at the end of the stream yesterday, we try and talk 2 minutes.
He didn't want to talk to me.
He goes, so we're going to do a show tomorrow. I said, what about? He goes, Defenders of the Year. I said, he taking a piss. I said, what time? And then he said, that's it. And I said, all right, cool. And I logged off. I hit the X thing. You know when you don't even close properly? Bro, I closed the tab immediately, bro. I ain't that guy. But yeah.
And then like he's my friend so much that he tagged me on Twitter saying, like, I'm not even talking to Flex right now, but what's better, Robbie Williams or Oasis? And I was
like, what's better though? I know
that's not even a debate as well, by the way.
Wonderwall.
Wonderwall. Come on.
Oasis.
Let's not be silly.
More than Angels.
100%.
Yes.
Easy.
Yes. 100%. Oh, come on, KG.
Close.
KG's got jet lag. Rattled your brain.
Wait. I kind of.
That's a big tune. It's a big tune.
That's
a big tune. It's a big tune, but it's not Wonderwall, man.
Is it not close?
Wonderwall.
It's not close.
Wonderwall.
Not for me.
Angels.
Not for me.
Hey, listen, Wonderwall's been on so many TV programs and films, bro. They use it in the background. Why? It's a powerful song.
They use Angels, bro. What are you talking about?
But when you hit that, I don't believe that anybody feels. Yeah. Wait, when that hits,
it hits different.
When is it? Through it.
Oh no. I said maybe. When it hits,
you should all listen to Owen, bro, because he's
enough about the Oasis gas, bro. Loud and
This is how you just deflect. I've learned, bro. I'm on it today.
Right. Okay, let's go. Look, 9 minutes in and we haven't started. This is what I didn't want to happen. Walter says, I think Man United needs to bring in Tchouaméni, defensive mid. We can't miss out on talent like that. It's been quiet on him, actually. Been very, very quiet. And Ronaldo says, I don't get it. We got KG, the actor, Flex, the Sky Sports TV star. Where are the likes, people? I don't know if we're that credible in what you just called us both there. I don't know. Right, listen. Back to Owen. Come on. Give me your candidate. Let's get into this. Let's go.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka, move on. No, I'm joking.
I was going to say.
I think... No, do you know what? It's actually really tough. I was thinking about this all today, and I was thinking, who would I actually pick? And the problem is, nobody's actually been that good. Seriously, like nobody. We've got one of the worst defensive records in the league. But even last year, because it balances out, it balances itself out. So I went with it at the end.
Remember, it's calendar year.
Yeah, calendar year. Honestly, I think as good as it might have been at times last year, as bad as it's been in the second half, or in the first half of the year, rather, in the second half of the year, it's kind of balanced itself out. I can't, like, put it this way: someone like Harry Maguire, right? When he got injured around, was it April, May?
Yeah.
Whenever that time was,
we actually at the time,
we really missed him, and everyone actually sort of went, "Oh, he might actually be quite good." Finding out how good he was by absence, we're like, "Oh, maybe he's onto something there." But then the second half of this year, he's been horrendous, like horrendous. Luke Shaw's kind of a similar one. He was so good from like January to June, and if you want to include the England stuff, he was so good. Second half of the year, again, he's been terrible. I don't think you can give it to someone like Varane because he just hasn't played enough games. Has he even played 10 games for Man United at this point? I don't think so.
Will try to get him in there, innit?
Who?
Lex will probably try to get Varane in there somehow.
No, I'm just not biased. If my guy hasn't done well, I just call a spade, mate.
Not to say
Wan-Bissaka, look, Wan-Bissaka. I know, like seriously, what KG was saying yesterday when he was saying, like, 2019 or last year, people were so grateful to have Wan-Bissaka, saying he was great, and it feels like people have turned on him.
Yeah,
I don't think they have, KG. I think the criticisms of Aaron Wan-Bissaka have always been there. They've always been there. When we signed him in 2019, but there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that.
There's a I don't know what happened.
But there's a reason for that. My point is, when we signed him in 2019, people said he's not the finished article. He needs to improve going forward. He needs to improve delivering the ball into the box. One-on-ones, he's good. Slide tackles, he's good. By the way, there's way more to defending than that. Way more to defending than that. His positional sense is all over the place. But fair enough. People said, we're not getting the finished article. 2 years later, he's the exact same player. Has there been any improvement? Can you tell me that Wan-Bissaka is a better player now than he was in 2019?
He's gone backwards.
Exactly.
I don't think he's gone backwards.
I would say he has gone backwards. I remember against Chelsea, Stamford Bridge, it was I think it might have been 2019, early 2020. Puts the ball in the box, Martial header, great cross. I've yet to see him do it again. I've yet to see him do it again.
I'm trying to get some more light in here.
So in the last 12 months, I don't think I could give it to Wan-Bissaka. So I'd probably go with Luke Shaw just because I thought the first half was so good. Probably.
Okay. So Owen's put Luke Shaw down on the table. DJ, talk to us.
Yeah. Where do I begin? I do think Maguire and Luke Shaw are quite very similar in terms of their form. They kind of dropped off at around the same time as well. And if it wasn't for their drop off in form, I probably would have picked one of those two. But since their drop off in form, they've literally fallen off of a whole cliff, the whole cliff. So I'm not going to go with them. I think Varane, if I'm completely honest, has looked really good when he's come in little spurts. However, obviously the injuries will go against him because there's not enough. As Flex says, the sample size ain't big enough with Varane at the moment.
It's not. He can't.
So I do think,
and he weren't even here for the first part of 2020.
Exactly, exactly. And Dalot, and Dalot, who I think is a really good player. We're only seeing up until the last couple of weeks anything from him at the moment. So I can't really choose him. Tellez, again, same as Dalot, very similar to Dalot. We're only seeing the fruits of his labor recent. And I'm not trying to do recency bias. So I think it leads me to, we have obviously Eric Bailly. No one really mentioned him, I don't think, but he's, again, we've seen flashes. I'm going to say Victor Lindelof. I think he has been underwhelming, but I think he's now sort of picked up his performances and been quite steady. And he's been kind of Ranić and Oli before he left, the kind of go-to defender, because Maguire was in indifferent form, out and stuff like that. So I'd say Victor Lindelof for me.
Okay, so we got Luke Shaw and we got Lindelof. KG, do you want to go now or do you want to go last?
I can go now. Let's go now.
Let's go.
It's a tough one. I looked at a few players. I know you lot are gonna think straight away Aaron Wan-Bissaka. The actual two defenders that it's mad, because I was trying to play out the whole season and everything that's happened in this calendar year. So you had Maguire have the court case, the legal issues.
Yeah.
That affected his game. and he wasn't the same. I don't know if it was the international duty that we started to see a better Maguire, but near the tail end of the season, he was a player that was undroppable. Was like we actually need him. Like he's so important to us. Again, he misses out. He's not involved in the final against Villarreal. I don't know if he was there, if that makes a difference. I can't remember the goal that was
there.
No, I'm saying.
If he was playing. Sorry. Oh, right, yeah. It was a ball at the back post, and Lindelof got out jumped.
Yeah, and the one thing is, so you ask yourself, will he have been enough? Will he have been a difference? But then you say to yourself, if we won that Europa League final, we probably still have Oli. So, yeah, on that. So what am I thinking? I like Shaw. My candidates are Shaw.
Okay,
Maguire,
give us your candidates, and then
my candidates are Shaw, Maguire, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Okay.
I'm not doing it today. And I know
just
we're doing
do what you need to do.
show.
It's your time. It's your time.
I'm not doing it today. I'm not doing
You're
it
not
today.
doing what? What do you mean you're not doing what? Having your say.
I'm taking you off. I can't even see you.
So you're not going to have your view on the United view?
No, I'm going to have my view, but I'm just saying I'm not going to get rattled today. I think I'm not going to force it. I think the season that Shaw had was incredible, but then this season, because we have to take the season into account, right?
Of course.
And he's been one of our worst players. Both him and Maguire have been discussing this season. So
he's coming.
It's hard.
So that means what? Go on, what does that mean?
Nah.
Go on. It means what? It means what? Hold on, no. Shaw and Maguire have been two of our worst defenders. Okay. Have we had any other bad performing defenders? Have we had any other bad performing?
You just know where he's going with this.
Hey, KG. Hey, KG. Say,
gentleman over
say
there,
it.
right? Bad performing defender. Need another going
Say
once. Another bad performing defender.
KG, say it.
No, I'm not gonna, no, wait. I'm in the listen. Listen, I'm not. Oh, God, I hate
Zen's
you.
with you. Zen mode is with you. Zen mode is with you. There's a little bit of support for you to say your statement. Zen mode is with you all the way.
Oh man, I don't think he's been bad for the whole year. I think he's the worst of a bad bunch. I think he's been
okay.
I think he's been pretty good. I like Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Lindelof's a good shout though, because he has been great this season. All
Who are you going with?
Yeah,
hard,
actually say it.
Nah.
Mr.
Bro,
Reckless
it's your
is
choice.
short
No
words.
banner, no banner. It is your choice, fam. It's your choice.
Arguing on this hill here is just too long, bro. I can't.
There's nothing to argue about. It's just say what you say. We're
This
going
is
to
it.
discuss it. There's
Lindelof.
no arguments. Nah, but no one really believes you. No one believes that. Nah. Yeah, just say what you want to say.
Wan-Bissaka's my guy. I'm going to say that for the calendar year, I think he's Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That's it. Let's go.
Okay. So we've got three different candidates. We've got Luke Shaw, we got Lindelof, and we've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We knew that would be coming from KG. That's fine. I had to deliberate about this a lot because although I have a laugh with KG and I do the Wan-Bissaka thing, you have to take everything into consideration. My guy Rafael Varane, he can't even stake a claim. He hasn't been fit enough, and obviously wasn't here in summer. He's gone. Eric Bailly doesn't play enough. When he has played, he's been pretty good though. He's always been good when he's come in. Apart from the City game, what was it, own goal and that got taken off half time. Poor him. But other than that, he's been very, very good across the calendar year at not being a starter and always having to feed off the scraps and come in when someone's injured or, do you know what I mean, a bit of rotation. So I do like what Bailly's done in the context of his kind of games to performance ratio, if you say that.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw, I feel like Luke Shaw for me was the best left back in the league last season. And he done so well to even then take that into the Euros. Do you know what I mean? He took that form into the Euros and was unbelievable. Scored in the final. He set someone up in the semis against Germany, I think it was. Can't remember, but he was not the semis. That was the quarters, isn't it? Well, whatever it was, I can't remember. But he set someone up anyway. He was brilliant. But then the fall was dramatic. It was so steep, and then it makes me think. I look at Lindelof, right? I look at Victor Lindelof, and when I assess him honestly, I'm like, he's a guy that doesn't go too far high, as in like he's the most outstanding player, but he's never in the mud. as one of the worst. Like sometimes, yeah, he might get bullied on the ball and say, "Oh, Lindelof got done." I get that. But Lindelof's technically, in terms of an equilibrium, like a you know, the scatter graph. You know the scatter graph, and then the line goes kind of through the middle, and he would kind of really be the closest thing to a constant Lindelof.
Yeah.
Like he just quietly goes about his business, whereas the others will play either really well or really shit. Really shit. And I feel like even on Lindelof,
others though, who do you mean?
I'm talking about Maguire. I'm talking about Shaw. I'm talking about Wan-Bissaka.
When you say really rubbish though, how many? I asked you yesterday, how many bad games have you seen Wan-Bissaka have? Like really rubbish games.
Well,
we're not talking about. I'm saying I'm not talking about
all the games this season.
I'm not talking about techers.
All the games this season.
So he's had
how many good games? How many good games have you had?
Yeah, pick out the good games.
I can't tell you the word. I think no, I'm saying that you think he's been so bad. I can count the really poor games. Crystal Palace was bad. Crystal Palace really bad. This is when he first played against his old club. Then he's played 5 bad games. Then he had the nasty tackle in the when he got sent off against Young Boys. Yeah. Then he had another game where I couldn't even think.
It's not even about big mistakes. It's about his generic eye test, bro.
4 bad games.
Generic eye test.
You can have the eye test or say that he's played really bad and he was terrible in the game. I don't think he's been. A lot of the attacks and a lot of the mistakes have come off the left side.
I don't think he's been terrible. I don't think he's been terrible. I just think that his deficiencies have been highlighted, especially when he has the ball. It stands out so much.
He hasn't gone forward well, but to say that he's been bad, I think he's been him, but he hasn't got the special ability to go forward. But has he had a terrible game? No.
Was he playing?
Because what?
Was he playing right back against Liverpool? Was he playing right back against Man City? I guarantee if you go back,
those are the games where
He was horrendous in them.
He was terrible
with everyone else in those games.
Yeah, with everyone else. It wasn't just his fault, but there are several goals. I guarantee if you go back this season, see some goals, you'll see him having no idea it was over his shoulder. And this isn't like it's not me going in on Wan-Bissaka, but there's a reason he's lost his spot.
There's been a multitude of blocks. There's a multitude of things that he's done well in games that probably just we miss it and we just say
it's more than that. It's more than that. It's more than that.
I'm saying, but then there's things that in games like actual. If we look at his whole year, this whole time being at this club, can we say that he's been one of our worst signings? Because that's what it sounds like now. When we done the thing yesterday and he said he's not close to any right back that's ever played in the shirt, then it's like raw, like. That means he's one of our worst players. That means he's a total dud. He's a flop.
Was that said? Was that said?
No, what it means is no. That's a different narrative. No.
They listed so many players. They listed so many players
that are better than him. Yeah, So that's saying that in the last 15 years, how does he
everyone
against the other right back?
Who did we miss out?
The last 20 years.
Raphael, Hargreaves. Listen to what he said.
In the last 20 years, it's like saying in the last 20 years, ability-wise, is he as good as the ones that we had before? No.
But I'm saying that they said. O'Shea,
doesn't mean he's shit now.
You lot named literally almost everyone that we've.
Yeah, that hurt you.
Right back, and I said to myself, okay, then you lot think he's shit.
Compared to 20 years. That's not the worst right back ever to play at Manchester United, is it? That's 20 years.
So he's the worst of the right backs of the last 20 years.
Well, like again, if you list those people, they have got attributes that they are superior than him.
All of
and again,
those
defending is way more, and defending is way more. Like I said, this is the thing that frustrates me as well when it comes to it. Is when people say he's good at slide tackles. Okay, great. Yeah, good at slide tackles, but defending way more than that.
You lot don't actually.
This doesn't even need to be this though, KG. What you're trying to make it into, but you said you're not going to do it.
No,
you said you're not going to do this. It doesn't need to be this.
I'm not toxic. I'm not toxic. I'll just again.
It doesn't. We're talking about all defenders. Why are you just concentrating on him?
I'm not just concentrating on him. I'm saying that when you say that, what do you call it? Everyone else has been Lindelof's been steady, but everyone else has been terrible. I say raw. Well, I say I'm Wan-Bissaka just as steady as Lindelof. That's all. I don't think he's been like the worst thing in our team.
I feel okay.
But it's
Jose Mourinho. Let me get the super
worst player.
Jose Mourinho says, "Mr. KG, your little club is trophyless since I left." That is the actual Jose Mourinho. And Yella Dean says, "Flex Spartak Moscow just signed a Jamaican international yardman going out to Moscow. Really big up, Shamar Nicholson. How you mean Shamar? That's a real yardman name as well, Shamar Nicholson. Where Ralph just left. LOL. I wonder if he was involved. Big him up and the United View as well. And we're good for super chats.
Someone just said
Okay.
Titus Bramble's clear.
No, that's
Bramble.
taking a bit.
Yeah, that's been silly.
That's mad.
But
Bramble.
we'll let this
Okay,
grow.
can I put my final thing on the table?
Go on.
And then we'll deliberate from there. And you guys get involved in the comments as well. In fact, actually, can you guys in the comments from now, because it'll take a few seconds behind, can you just type the player? Who is the best defender of 2021? You lot put that in the comments from now. I do lean more towards Lindelof because of like what all the things I was saying. But I think Shaw, it's been difficult because they've all been bad. Not just Wan-Bissaka, not just Shaw, not just Maguire. Owen's right. You can't just pinpoint one player and go at that one player. They've all been bad. But I would say just Luke Shaw. I was leaning more towards Lindelof because I just think he just keeps it ticking, keeps it moving, and even especially now that gives him the edge as well. Because right now I think he's probably our best defender at the moment as we speaking now. But I'm gonna just edge Shaw, very just. I wanted it to be Lindelof, but I think the form into the Euros and maybe a little bit of English bias because it was in the final and that. And you know what? A lot of people were hating on Shaw. I was doing a lot of watch-alongs at the time with like some of the guys in Don Robbie, like a lot of the Arsenal guys, and they were cussing him and and I was just riding out for Shaw, and I just remember that. So it's a big honorary mention to Lindelof. I very nearly gave it to him. Ronaldo says, "Why are you lot forgetting Bailly? Do we need a look?" I said I did give him a mention in terms of his games to his ratio of performance because every time he plays, he plays well, but he doesn't have enough appearances. Is that enough to say he's been our best defender of 2021? Not for me. But deliberate. It's not about what only I think.
I just think Bailly is a bit like Varane, isn't it? There's not been enough. We ain't seen enough. But when he has come in, he's looked good. But if we're going, as you said, the whole calendar year, there's not enough to go by in that. So yeah, Bailly does get a mention. He's played well, but we just need a bit more. We needed a bit more from him.
Yeah, when we're talking, I'm gonna actually find out how many games he actually played last season. But
we can do a live poll, can't we? Actually,
yeah,
Let me sort that out. We'll do. We will do a poll.
It's tough. It's tough when it comes to Eric Bailly because again, like, not that there's any like conditions to be in the running for it, but like, has he even played 10 games in 2021?
He played 12 Premier League games.
Is that the entirety of last season?
Yeah, that's last season. 20.
Because that could include 2020, though. If we're talking about just 2021,
there you go.
I don't know if he's even played 10 games in the calendar year. And like Flex said, like when he's played well, and you know, and we love seeing Eric Bailly throwing himself around and you know going into tackles and all that kind of stuff. It's great, and he's a great defender. But it's to be honest, it almost speaks volumes that we're even having the conversation of a guy that's maybe even played less than 10 games or 10 games or whatever, that he could be our defender of the year. I mean, that speaks volumes in itself. I mean, I remember doing a stream when Eric Bailly got given the contract extension, and I think I was doing it with you, Flex, at the time.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Not because he doesn't deserve it, but just because we were like, he's not playing. What? He's not been playing any games.
We're picking from and even this show is quite difficult because we're not picking from. We haven't been the best in class. That's the point that we're all making, right? I remember the last season was calling them the broken sofas, Maguire and
busted sofas. Big up Jay.
Sofas, yeah, big up Jay. Yeah, I'm saying we're calling them Magaluf. There's been so many names. Even there was a graph that came up and said the amount of goals that this partnership leaked together. We actually created McFred to protect Maguire and Lindelof. So it feels random. I don't know if it's short-termism in terms of how we're looking at it, but now all of a sudden, those guys, like when we talk about the best defenders we got here, the names that are coming up from everyone that you guys speaking right now is Maguire, Lindelof, and Shaw. And
the thing is,
at the time, these guys have been, well, not Shaw, but those two defenders have been the problem.
You see, the thing is for me, yeah. The thing is for me with Lindelof was that when we're looking at all these players, we're looking at kind of everyone's played shit. But for how long have each of these defenders had their sort of downturn in form? And for me, Lindelof was one of the ones that his sort of downturn in form was the shortest one from my memory. I could be wrong. If you get statistics out and look at numbers and stuff, I could be wrong. But from the eye test, he looked like he's the one that came out of it quicker than the others and has gone on. So
yeah, Lindelof's been our best defender this season, and he's always fit.
He's just reliable. Apart from the little back problem he had a little bit, but he was all right after that.
Well, we played him through the back injuries, isn't it?
Yeah, brack him up.
And also as well, you have to think about it. I think when Ranić had his first game against Palace, we won 1-0. I want to say that was like our first clean sheet at Old Trafford since like April. And we're talking about the entirety of 2021. That shows how tough it is. That shows how tough it is to pick a defender when we didn't have a clean sheet at home from April to like late November. That's madness.
The crazy thing is that Ranić was playing the defensive high line, and that's what Oli didn't want to play because he was afraid of obviously the ball going over the top and teams running onto Lindelof and Maguire. But it's just, again, it comes down to coaching, isn't it?
How many times we've seen Maguire just end up on the floor? I remember when Rudiger got to the front post ahead of. There's players that shouldn't be faster than our centre backs, and they're outpacing them. Like, I've seen a lot of mistakes, and that's what I'm saying. We get into this thing of it's recency bias, because I'll never forget how hard was going at Lindelof and Maguire and saying they're both shit.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I don't know what, and this is it. It could be victims of the moment, FC fam, where we're looking at what's happened for the last, 5-6 games.
Yeah.
And we're just saying that. Then when we look at Maguire's form, we're really saying Maguire turned it around late last season. He's doing a madness, turns it around, and then he gets injured before the Europa League final. Then he goes to England and kills it. But that England international form can't count for us. Yes, he scored an amazing penalty. Yeah, but we can't really call.
Let me get these super chats out. Obi says Aaron Wan-Bissaka has made 3 goal line saves in a calendar year, and he has saved us a couple of times with die-hard tackles. Y'all forgotten, not KG, obviously. 100% agree with that. And there's super chat here. Blew up the other die says Bailly is the most overrated defender. He is rash and zones out all the time. Lindelof being the best defender. Get at me. Okay, interesting. I do like the Lindelof shout.
Die. He loves him. He don't want to hear. He don't hear a peep about Maguire, fam.
Okay, everyone's got their guy, innit? Everyone's got their guy. Tabara says it's Ollie's fault that Eric hasn't played more. True. Bailly ahead of Lindelof all the way. My pick is Shaw, but only just ahead of Bailly. Victor is average, so not much love there for Victor Lindelof from Tabares. He going with Luke Shaw. And another super chat here from Jose Mourinho. He says, who bought Dallo, Lindelof, Bailly? I think I deserve respect. Mr. Ollie bought Deadwood, Dan, James, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka. I finished second. Yeah, second. They give me Grant and Fred. That's actually typed like what Mourinho definitely would say. Whoever runs that account does a good job, and it's got the proper 3. And then I think we're up to, just to let you know, guys, the poll is live as well. I've just put a poll out there as well, so you can go and check it out. The poll is live. Who is Man United's best defender of 2021? I can see from what we've been doing that the candidates are Maguire, Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, and Eric Bailly. So that's what I think is fair to put in. I think Dallo, Tellez, and obviously what's his face. But
if you add, even though it's unfair, if we do add the calendar year, wait, how many bad games has Tellez actually had? Well, he hasn't
how many
played
games has he had?
Well, yes, how many games has he had? But what you could say though, because the weird thing about this is that's why you got to be a bit. I think we have to have a sensible cutoff point, because it's like you could say Tellez has played 14 times in the whole year, let's say. I don't even think it's that high. Let's just say it was. And you could say all those 14 games were all right, which they weren't, because I remember when he played against West Ham, straight away, they got in straight away. I think Fredericks absolutely skinned him, nutmegged him, then they scored. That was in one of the games. Again, it's hard to judge Tellez because he comes in out the cold, but if he played 14 good games, so you could say 100% conversion rate of how much he plays, he's dropped to 8 out of 10 in all 14. Yeah. He's the most consistent defender. It's not a big enough sample size. Yeah, it's not. It's not. It has to be out of the main players.
They're asking if you can put the poll in the chat. Just the link to it.
I can do that.
And paste that.
Oh, can I do that? All right.
Paste the link to it so they can just click in. Yeah, that'd be good.
We can actually put an poll in the chat. There's like a poll you can do actually live in the chat.
Oh, is
it? Out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Oh, that's brilliant. There you go. But my thing is just while we're here again, I love that guy that came along and said he spoke about the blocks and stuff. All I would like here, guys, This is all I want. I just want some fairness, because I get it. I get when we talk about deficiencies, we rant and rave about all the things Wan-Bissaka can't do, and then when we do talk about what he does do, we just kind of like it's like yeah.
Okay, well,
is that yeah?
Let's make a pros and cons list. Let's make a pros and cons list about Wan-Bissaka. Say his
wow,
pros.
Eric Bailly is way out in front at the moment. Wow.
And
that's
that's
crazy.
madness.
The people are speaking.
Say his pros, KG, about Wan-Bissaka. I'll write down the pros, and then we'll do the cons. We'll see if they outweigh each other.
All right, wicked. There you go.
Pros.
Pros. You can't leave out the slide tackle. You can't. Tackle. Times it absolutely impeccably. Yeah. The blocks. These are what you call it. The desire.
Pros. These are pros.
This is raw in terms of the breakthrough. No, hold on. Yeah, it does. No, it counts, because he will get back when it gets nuts. He'll get back the speed, the pace, recovery, because that's a lot of his game is in terms of recovering. But we might call it recovering. To him, it's like, I know I can defend like that. It works. So, and then when we talk about his stats, this guy's how many tackles we're talking about, and this guy's only got 3 yellow cards in that calendar year. What are we talking about here? The guy is like, in terms of timing, he's an accomplished defender. I know some people say don't go to the ground a lot. It works for me. In terms of locking players down, he's played against Salah. He's played against who's Sterling.
We lost 5-0.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm just the other games, Owen. Those other games. Yeah. So I'm saying I don't think Sterling has scored against while he's been playing. The guy is locked down, really good attacking players. I think he's good. I think he and without a partner, without someone ahead, we said, can Dan James be the next guy? Could Greenwood be the next guy? And certain times he's left on his own.
So the pros we've got. The pros we've got. Slide tackles,
tackle, defensive
desire,
blocks, no pace.
I've got that.
Yeah.
Pace / recovery.
Yeah, no, don't put it together. And why do you sound so negative about these things, bro?
Well, writing down pros and cons.
There you go.
I started writing about pros and cons. Then you started going, I don't know if Sterling's ever scored a goal against him.
He hasn't.
What kind of attribute is that? Like pros and
he
cons?
Hasn't, though. I'm saying in terms, he's a lockdown defender. Is that a good one? Is that a good trait?
What does that mean?
I don't know. It just works, innit?
He's not allowed out his half.
What's that?
So the pros we've still got
slide tackles, blocks,
desire, pace, recovery.
Even now, you won't say this with positivity, bro. He can't.
I'm writing down pros. I'm writing down pros.
This is all I'm saying is it doesn't sound warm when you talk about his strengths, and that's why he won't. Again, when you say his negatives, Brockford. What does that even mean? Like, I don't even know what we're doing.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
I'm just saying it doesn't sound. There's no warmth when you talk about the good things he does. So
I'll say it warmer. I'll say it warmer. Okay, KG. Okay, it's Christmas time. His pros are slide tackles. That's good.
Yeah.
Blocks. Good attribute to have. Desire.
Yeah.
Managers enjoy that.
His reading the game is not bad. He has a couple of lapses. He has a couple of lapses over his.
Actually, I won't write that down. I can't write that down. Reading of the game. He doesn't know who's behind him.
He has some lapses of the ball. You know the
reading of the game.
Of course, he's reading the game.
Hey, on his one KG, I've got to write down. I forgot. Sagittarius.
So he can't read the game. Why does he play, guys? So he can't read. Do you not believe that he's the worst defender in this team? Because that's what I'm hearing from you lot. Every time
I didn't say that.
He sounds like he gets worse by when I'm talking to you guys.
But KG, let me say this. Let me say this about Wan-Bissaka.
You're writing down the pros.
One thing I will say is that he does have a lot of X factors. Tackling, as you mentioned, blocks. Yeah. Those are his X factors. Now, for me, when I judge a player, I have to look at where their deficiencies are, because that's where I'm going to judge them at, right?
Yep.
And in a whole game of football, in a Premier League, we need more than that. We actually need more than that. How many times? How many times has the ball gone out to the right flank?
You lot can come together and tell me what he's good at.
How many times has the ball gone out to the right hand flank when we're trying to attack and the attack has broken down and the team's counter-attacking us?
He's not good at
attacking. All the time. That's literally nearly all the time. Now, so when we're seeing that as fans, when watching the match, his deficiencies are glaring, bro, like proper glaring. Now, if we mention the defenders that Flex mentioned the other day, O'Shea and these man, the one common thing that they had is they could cross the ball, bro. They could cross the ball and they could pass 5 yards. They could cross
He
the
can't
ball
Finish
past
the pros
5
and
yards.
cons list.
Wan-Bissaka can't
Let's finish pros and cons.
Wan-Bissaka can't pass 5 yards.
He struggles, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's a con. I'll write that down. Con.
We can't.
We got to be honest here, bro.
Can't pass 5 yards. Oh, we
No,
Passes,
because KG,
cons.
no, because guys, can I just
It
say, can I
affects
just
the whole
interject?
game.
Wan-Bissaka can't
No,
pass 5
because KG, no,
yards.
no,
That's what we're saying
KG,
right now.
you can't say no. You can't say these sorts of things to KG because KG will take it literally. So what he
Not
will do is
literally.
every 5 yard pass he makes, that's easy with no pressure on him, where he just passes it to the centre back. He's gonna go see.
Wan-Bissaka can't receive the
Yeah.
ball tight and get out of trouble. He gets out of trouble.
Sometimes
He does
the
it.
odd time he can do it.
What
The
are
odd
you
time. The odd time he might be able to do it.
talking about? I can't
Odd time
believe
he can do it.
I can't believe this. I honestly can't believe it. Like, so what did you lot tell me? Since you lot tell me, what is it? What is
All I
this
wanted to do,
pros and
all I
cons?
wanted to do was write a pros and cons list, and we would weigh up the pros and then talk
Yeah.
about the cons
All
as
right,
well,
wait there,
and
Owen.
see if they counterbalance themselves.
System
I've got
Basio
my
says Bailly has been fantastic every time he's played. You can't punish him for coaching bias. KG, stick to your guns, mate. AWB #Reculous.
I want to hear what you lot come together. I'll just listen. You tell me Aaron Wan-Bissaka's pros and cons. I want to know.
Owen.
Go
No,
ahead.
I'm like, it's,
Let's-
again, it's not a hating thing.
What do you want to
I
know
would
from
just-
me? Because I can break it. I've
I want
broken
to
this
know
down many
I just
times.
want to know Wan-Bissaka's pros and cons, if he has any.
Yeah,
If
well,
there are
okay,
any
so
pros.
the pros we got down were slide
No, not
tackles.
my ones, not my ones. You lot's ones. Go ahead.
Well, I agree with you. I agree on the pros. I agree on the pros.
I just want to hear from you guys. What are they? Flex, deep. There's enough of you here.
Yeah.
Late.
All
I
right,
could
Flex,
do
go
it. I
first.
could do it
Go
without
Flex.
trying to piss you off. I'll just be honest. I've got an honest view of this player. I've said many times. I
Go
don't
ahead.
hate Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I
Tell
don't
me
hate
the
him.
pros. All I'm saying is, I
Right.
just want to hear.
The pros.
Yep.
What is Aaron Wan-Bissaka good at?
Yeah.
In one-on-one duels, he is
Yeah.
unbelievable. In terms of if a player has the ball at their feet and they want to beat him with the ball, they got a very minimal chance of doing it. That
Yeah.
is a fantastic trait to have. I've seen it many times, right down my side as well. That's the side he plays on. Yeah, second half settings or whatever. Yeah, one-on-one duels are very good with the ball at the opponent's feet. Thou shall not pass settings. Recovery, because he's quick. So if somebody looks like they're clean through, he does have the leg span. He's got a long gallop, long limbs. He can get back really quickly. Not like as quick as like a Kyle Walker recovery, nowhere near that fast, but because he literally has that body type of really long limbs, quite athletic. It can look like he's far away from it, and out comes the long spider. The spider one, 100%. That's a fact. What else can he do? Good.
And I want
Goal line blocks. But again, that's recovery. That's being in the right place. Sometimes you can sniff the danger. Other times, horrendous at that. People run past him, run off him. Sometimes he, and then we're going to cons. We're going to cons really. Positionally, so I spoke about how good he is with the opponent with the ball at his feet. When the opponent doesn't have the ball at their feet, and they use movement, I feel like that's one of his deficiencies, being able to read the movement and understand when to vacate his position, when to push out. That goal we conceded against Man City was a prime example. Phil Foden was just right in front of him. All Wan-Bissaka had to do is stay still, and he just ran out. He just ran out in that phase of play. Yeah, I've seen that happen a lot as well when the ball's on the other side of the pitch. So it's the ball's going down the team's right flank, the right side, and obviously, yes, he tucks in way too much. How many times have we seen the ball go over his head to the left winger or to an overlapping fullback on the other side, and he's too late to get out? That happens a lot. Can blame the coaching. Yes, I get all of that, but it's his side. That's his job. We're talking about Wan-Bissaka in this instance. That's a deficiency in his game. So defensively, we say he's very good, but actually he's only good defensively in one-on-one situations with the player at the ball, in duels, not actually in positional sense. In possession, where to go? Like, if Wan-Bissaka has to receive the ball coming infield with his left foot, null and void. Null and void. He has to take it on his right foot and run across with his right foot, and doesn't look that comfortable doing that. He doesn't look that comfortable doing that from what I see. Yeah. If he has to kind of link up with players, whether it's 1-2s or little things like that, yes, sometimes again, out of 10, of course 1 or 2 are going to look good, but I want comfortably 7, 8, always controlling it nicely, always moving the ball nicely. Yeah, not looking mad on the ball, just comfy. Yeah. And then just in general, distribution. I just don't think it's good enough. I'm gonna get these super chats out before they time out before I get in trouble. Havertz says can't cross, used to be a winger, but can't dribble. That's not me saying that. That's Havertz. And Blew Up with the Other Die says Bailly 1 goal, 69 appearances. Lindelof 2 assists this season. And you lot are really debating who's better. Get out of here. Lindelof does, when he hits that diagonal to Rashford as well, that is good. And he done it again for Bruno this year, didn't he, against Leeds? Daniel says have 2 weeks off. Excited to finally catch more shows live. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is so solid defensively. We take it for granted. Excited for Dalot, but needs to be tested. So big up to Daniel back in Wan-Bissaka. There's a couple more from up here as well that I need to get out there.
There was 3 pros for according to your list. There's 3 pros for him. How many cons were there? Because I thought there was a lot. Always writing it down. How many negatives did cons did Flex do? Because I thought like the list just kept on going.
Well, I was writing down some of my own, but they were kind of the same, in fairness. Yeah. But in fairness, like again, this is the thing. Just because you point out or you highlight some of the deficiencies in his game, it doesn't mean we're saying like he's terrible, he's awful, he's the worst Man United right back ever. It doesn't mean that at all. Okay. Again, I go back to what we said at the beginning of the stream. It's just a case of when we bought him in 2019, it was a case of here's a guy, I think he maybe had, was it 1 full season at Palace at right back? Previously, he was a winger. He got moved backwards. But everyone went, look, there's something there. There might be something there that we can develop him. Maybe he'll develop into a right back. Yeah. There's just been no development. And I've seen people in the chat say, well, Owen, not a lot of people developed under Ollie at Old Trafford. That's very valid as well. But again, we're talking now whereby the standards raised. The standard has been raised as to what expect from a right back, especially at elite level in the Premier League. There are so many great right backs in the Premier League, so many great right backs in the England squad right now.
And that's not saying Dalot, is it, by the way?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it's just a case of you watched Wan-Bissaka play, and it's the same stuff as you were seeing in 2019. That's the same mistakes. It's the same. His pass is not great. His first touch isn't great.
No, because he got 2 assists last season, and then he was like errors leading to goals last season. I think it was like 1. That's what the thing says on the like Scout Nation. What do you call it? So I've looked. The guys that the errors that he's making, he ain't making those. Now this season we've seen it's been different. He hasn't.
Does every error lead to goal? How much does it point out? Does it point out when he doesn't cross the ball into the box properly, or there's an opportunity to get forward and he doesn't do the right pass, or he gives it away?
Sometimes we haven't been, because then there's sometimes like with Valencia. Valencia just used to fizz it in. It weren't planned. It goes in, and hopefully someone gets on the end of it. I've seen sometimes when he's whipped in 1 good ball, like 1 in 10, 1 in 5, and no one gets there.
Valencia wasn't a renowned crosser.
What's that?
I hear it. Valencia wasn't a renowned crosser. He wasn't
a renowned crosser. But I'm saying that even with Wan-Bissaka, there's been a few times in a game that he has fizzed in a good ball. We haven't finished it. I remember there was times when Pogba was. And please don't quickly link and think I'm talking about Pogba close to anything that he does. I'm talking about there's times when there could have been assists that Pogba would have been given, but then we were just terrible with the finishing. So there's times where had the team been more clinical with some of the delivery that's been given to him, the stats will be better. But then
I think you're reaching KG, man.
The fact we're talking really, 1 out of 10,
it's few and far between.
We're talking 1 out of 10, 1 out of 5.
Look at the era of our football and how we played. So when we talk about, we've had a manager that had no real plan, as we said. It was freestyle. So you're waiting for Aaron Wan-Bissaka for individual brilliance, not really a word that I would link with Wan-Bissaka, like pull something super special off like a Bruno or these other creative maestros. I know Aaron Wan-Bissaka isn't that.
Nah, I do think Ollie did. So I do think Ollie did sort of try and get him to be that type of right back and put the ball in the box, because I did see him trying. It's not like he's not trying. I saw him trying, but it's just not coming off. And for me, technically, he's just quite below the like a lot of our players technically in terms of receiving the ball under pressure, picking accurate passes. Sometimes he plays passes down blind alleys. Like doesn't whip the ball in enough for me as a right back. And for me, I've said it many times on the show. I've said that Wan-Bissaka is a throwback defender. If Wan-Bissaka was back in the day, he would be applauded as probably one of the best in Europe. It's just the game has moved on from just solely one-on-one defending.
I agree.
We need him to be.
I don't even think that though, DJ. And
Would he
that
though?
sound
Would he
harsh,
though?
but
Would he though? Because I don't think he would. In the 1990s, Gary Neville would still get ahead of him. 100%.
This is what I mean.
True.
For me, yeah, I don't even like talking about him for this long because it makes it feel like I'm really trying to.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not saying we hate him. I'm not saying I think he's terrible.
I'm being serious. I'm being serious. If you just ask me what I think about Wan-Bissaka, I just don't think he's that good. Like he can't really control the ball. He's not good on the ball. Like he's okay in one-on-one situations. He's gonna have games where he does well. Of course, any player can. But the level of Man United and the level that I want to see and it isn't just Wan-Bissaka. I want a better standard of centre back. I want a better standard of centre mid. McTominay's just not that good. Like I can.
Yeah, there are loads of players in our team that you could say are they in the top 5 of their position in the league.
Like, I just think it's really that simple. And if it's from yesteryear or it's from now, his quality that he is on the ball is not up to the standards of people like Gary Neville in their prime. People that are playing now, I just don't see it. Can he do a job for us against teams that are worse than us? Of course he can. Can he play against Norwich? Can he play when Aston Villa comes to play against us at Old Trafford? Yes. But the upper echelon of level that I want to see us be at, that I see the other top teams have, I look at Cancelo, I look at Reece James, I look at Trent, I look at Chilwell, I look at who else do I look at? I look at Robertson. I know they're different areas of the sides of the pitch, you know. I look at even other players who don't play as high as him, you know, the way that they play, and I just say, right, so this is Man United. So I think in the long run, Kyle Walker. In the long run, I just think we need better in that position to win the top stuff. Like I do think in a lot of other players. KG, remember I done that show and I said to you, there's a lot of players that are just here. I just think they're actually just not as good as we think. They're just not as good as we think.
Check this out.
That's all I think.
I got something here. Yeah,
that's why it's been
holding it back. No, I'm holding it back because I knew that will come.
Run it up.
This is Aaron Wan-Bissaka versus Reece James. Yeah, in the last season, 2020 to 2021. Yeah, 34 appearances, 2 goals for Wan-Bissaka, 1 for Reece James, 4 assists for Wan-Bissaka, 2 for Reece. I'm not saying he's better than him, by the way. I'm just talking about the year that he had. Clean sheets, 13 clean sheets to 9 in terms of Reece James. Then we move into yellow cards. Both got 3. No red cards with all these tackles and stuff. Now, the part that I'm going to focus on defending first because it's important. Yeah. Goals conceded. We did a madness, by the way. We conceded 36 goals. Even though we're trying to find a great defender, this is crazy. Them not conceded 29. Blocks, 17 to Reece James 7. Interceptions, 62 to Reece James 17. Tackles, 88 to Reece James 55. Tackles 1, 54 to Reece James 35. Yeah. Last man tackles 1, Reece James none. Clearances, 61 to Reece James 43. Headed clearances, 32 to Reece James 30. Aerial battles 1, Reece James 1 more, shaded by 2. 38 to 40. On goals, none. Errors leading to goals, none. Penalties conceded, absolutely none. Yeah. Now in the going forward, because I got to be fair.
Last season.
This last season.
I was going to say, is this last season?
He gave one away at Watford.
This last season. Look,
Wan-Bissaka, I was there.
Premier League.
I was there. But that's wrong. It's wrong.
Because
I watched Wan-Bissaka give a penalty away. Actually, that was the season before.
Okay, there you go.
Also, as well, this is last season as well. So Reece James has developed into a better player since then. Wan-Bissaka said his development is frozen.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that when we
do the stats for this season then.
Yeah.
So this season they don't read the same, cuz they don't read the same, cuz it gets nuts. But I was doing I'm just doing the year that we're talking about, innit?
No, because both years.
We're
No, we're doing
about
calendar year.
2021.
No, hold on. No.
All I'm
Stop.
saying is-
See, this is
all
what I
I'm
mean about
saying is
KG. No.
calendar year.
Nah.
Well, I'm saying it's a calendar year, fam. So he's not that bad. What I'm saying is, he's not that-
No. Wait. Stop.
He's not
Hold on,
as
1
bad
second.
as we
Can you stop
expressed.
1 second, please?
Saying.
Can you stop 1 second?
He's not
You
as
know
bad.
what's coming next. Can you stop 1 second? Can you stop 1 second, please? Yeah. A calendar year, a calendar year, right? Is a mismatch of 2 seasons. Yeah. It's the back end of last season and the front end of this season. Now this season, Reece James
nuts.
is not even. He can't even.
13 appearances. I'll read it. I'll be fair. Yeah. 14 appearances. Goals for Wan-Bissaka, none. Reece James 4. Assists 5. And Wan-Bissaka none. Clean sheets 5 for Chelsea. And Wan-Bissaka's got 2. Yellow cards 2 for Wan-Bissaka. Reece James 4. Red cards 1 for Reece James. Attacking, there's not even. It's mad. This is crazy.
So what point were you trying to make the first time round then? Those first ones?
Hold on. Our manager got sacked this year. That's what I say. They got 2.
And Chelsea
by the way,
last year.
Yeah, and KG, he's a Sagittarius as well.
All I'm saying is, hey,
Sagittarius.
he's still up, defending. Let's go.
Yeah, because he's running around on his ass doing spinneroonies, bro.
Blocks 10, Reece James 0, interception
block,
17,
got the ball all the time,
Reece James 6, tackles 28, bro.
This is turning into the Wan-Bissaka show. I really didn't
tackles
want to
23, bro.
Let me get this
from
super chat.
2019, 2020.
Let me do a super chat. Let me read the super chats. Dylan says, KG acting like an ex-girlfriend, trying to pick arguments over and over the same topic. Aaron Wan-Bissaka isn't good enough for Man United and the modern game. Move on now. What I'm saying is defensively, it reads good. I'm just saying. Lawbreaker says, what I can't get my head around is that Aaron Wan-Bissaka started out as a winger, so why does he not have that technical ability on the ball? Because I honestly just think he was quick, he can get past people, therefore put him on a wing. He's never been technically good.
They changed him from under 9s, man. They probably changed him from when he was in the under 9s or something. He's probably a winger in the under 9s.
Daniel says, love Lindelof, but for every game, he'd be world class in the Liga. He is a great backup. Though he definitely gets me less nervous than Maguire. Also, hashtag let KG dream. And Havoc says AWB a ball winner. Ranić will send him to CDM spot. He will not do that. Aaron Wan-Bissaka cannot play there. And Daniel says Con is a poor driver. Also missed my super chat. Apologies. I think I've read them all now as well. Can we just, before we finish off, because again, it was heavily. I mean, KG was always going to come with this energy after the other day because I made him angry.
I didn't want to do it.
And he even said at the beginning of this stream he wouldn't do it, and he proceeded to do it all.
I think that's why we talk about it, is because I think
I'm not even bringing it up like this.
I think, me, I'll speak for myself. I think it's because I just want KG just to acknowledge it, which he refuses.
No, he won't.
He refuses.
No.
And that's fine. And you know what? That's fine.
Like if you ask KG for a simple answer, yes or no, is Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the top 5 right backs in the league?
What do you call it? What are we doing for Christmas, everybody?
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
You only got 2 minutes left.
He can play right back, but he can sometimes play left back, but he can also be on the bench, but he's also right back, and he's also fantastic.
I'll acknowledge it when you guys acknowledge his actual abilities.
We just did.
I wrote a list.
Fleck just listed 3.
Some little notepad.
That's what he's got. He's only got 3.
Yeah.
It's 3, then he rinsed him, bruv. He rinsed him like I've never seen anyone rinse in my life.
I was writing down notes like I was on Countdown, KG. Honestly, come on.
And the worst thing is, I don't even like what you're making me do, because you're making me list these things that I usually keep to myself because I support him.
When you
ask me, I'll tell you.
When you see him in real life, you can do the Lyndon Arthur thing. You can do it. I'm gonna watch the hello. Wan-Bissaka, my guy.
Yeah, and then he's gonna give you a stick of chewing gum. You're chewing together. Oh, you'll be like, that's great. Look at us together.
You're an absolute disgrace.
That's what I'm saying. In my mind, I'll be looking at an interaction with like.
You're an absolute disgrace.
Rodney says, is Wan-Bissaka even better than Tomiyasu?
Now Tomiyasu's better than Wan-Bissaka.
I never said that. I'm just reading a super chat. I'm reading a super chat.
The whole league's better than Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Literally, he's such a child. He's such
There
a
you go.
child.
Why are you being like that? Why are you being like that?
Yeah,
I
whole
cannot
league's
think
better than
of-
Wan-Bissaka,
The
yeah.
whole league's better than
Yeah.
him. The whole league.
Yeah, it's fine.
On a different note, before we finish off, can I just say there are nearly 1,000 votes on the poll so far, over
Who's won?
800. Nearly. Eric Bailly, 45%.
That's what I'm saying. Our
Eric
fan
Bailly,
base-
45%. Luke Shaw in the second with 24%. Victor Lindelof with 22%. Wan-Bissaka with 5%, and Harry Maguire with 3%. So Eric Bailly, people talking about,
He hasn't even
he hasn't
played,
played
man.
that much, but every time he plays, he's solid.
Yeah, his performances in the
wouldn't have
games he has
thought
played
it'd
are
be
big. They've been
The only,
big
the only thing that's a problem with where our team's at that we're gonna say Eric Bailly.
Yeah, I don't
That's,
agree
that's
with
why it's
him.
hard. That's why it's hard. Is because, like we said at the beginning, like it's really hard to pick a defender.
Wow, Leicester
in 2021 that's
2-0
been
up.
good.
Right.
What beating who?
Yeah.
Liverpool at home. Oh, Liverpool just pulled one
What's
back.
that though? Is that
2-1.
EFL? Is that what's that?
Yeah, EFL Cup. Yeah,
Oh, I don't want to see Arsenal win the EFL, bro.
yeah. And Liverpool
Who
got
else
a
is left in
mad.
there?
I'm
Who
looking
else
at
is
Liverpool's
left in there?
team. Yeah, Liverpool's
Doesn't
team
matter,
is
KG.
mad.
Doesn't matter if they win the Carabao Cup. Arsenal have already qualified for the Champions League in December. Good for them. Good for them, according to their fans.
No,
Because apparently,
but
apparently that's it. Apparently that's it. Apparently you've
The
already
most
qualified.
delusional-
we need a
KG.
cup. We need a cup, guys. On a
Yeah, we
on
do,
a
we
big
do.
and serious, yeah. We can't look at these when we look like in the last couple few years, yeah. How long has it been since we've had a cup? Our players have lifted the cup. Seriously, has it been
Europa
what?
League.
2017?
That's a
2017,
long,
something like that.
guys. That's
4
a
years.
long time. That is a long time. So we as much.
We can't hear you, bro. He's probably saying something about Wan-Bissaka will be the
He's
one to win
pulled
us a cup
something
or
out.
something. Yeah,
You know what
I
it
don't
is. You know what it
he's
is.
saying.
That is what is called fate.
Yeah, it is. It's his own
The
laptop
universe-
going.
The universe silenced
Shut
you,
up, Owen.
KG.
Shut up.
The universe silenced you.
Nothing to do with fate, bro. I just stepped on the fucking wire.
Yeah, fate. Fate. You ever seen Final Destination? That's what that was.
I'm just
That was
saying
real.
it's been a long time, and we gotta take these other teams as much as we want to banner at Arsenal and stuff. In terms of success on the pitch, they've had more and they're rubbish. So we need to get our act together. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
no, it's true. It's true.
We need a cup badly, and the fact that we're today when we're risking our best defender and we're talking about a guy that spent most of his time in the stands makes me sick, basically. But that's where we are. Then this is where we are, and it has to get better. I hope Ralph can fix it. I hope the heavy metal football will be like proper heavy metal. Do you know what I mean? That's my one prayer. But yeah.
Hope C says, I'm happy because I never experienced it. just to finish off. So we've got kind of different. Well, I went with Shaw in the end, so I agreed with Owen. Just DJ went with Lindelof. KG went with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and you guys in the community have spoken loudest, and 45% way out in front. Eric Bailly is winning, so it's crazy. It just goes to show you what different things people see.
Yeah,
It just shows you what different things people see. Cam will be on tomorrow night. We will be doing. Yeah, we will be, leave Cam alone.
I'm gonna be in the thingy I'm gonna be spamming, bro. David's gonna have to put. It's mad because blocking my account.
Yeah,
David's
I'll
gonna
just
have to
block
put me
you.
in a 5 minutes, the 5 minute thingy. I'm gonna be spamming in there.
Okay, that's fine. We'll
At
just
my
block you,
worst.
that's no
You
problem.
heard about the Rashford thing, didn't you? You heard about the
Can't
Rashford.
stand it. I was waiting for him today. I thought he was gonna be in here. That's all I wanted to get
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Even though
Yeah,
it's
he-
defenders. It's
Well, when we do the forward one.
I can't
So
wait,
guys,
bro.
there's gonna be 2 more videos of this. I think you guys have spoken in the community is the most important thing. You guys all voted Eric Bailly. So big up. And
have you read
there's
the
gonna be-
super chat? bro?
yeah, I've read that one. I'm pretty sure Double H. I've read it. I've seen you saying that. Let me just go back through. I'm sure I've read that one. Unless I'm mistaken, I don't want anyone to be pissed off before we leave. Dylan, I've read that one. Lawbreaker, I've read that one. I'm sure I've read it. Yeah, I've read it. Have C said that. Daniel Luciano, I've read that. I've read it. It's not there.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Let's go. What I will say is that There'll be 2 more: midfielder of the season of the 2021 and forward of 2021, which will be really interesting as well. Also, we've got the Christmas quiz coming up. We've got the Christmas quiz coming up on Christmas Eve. KG, I'll speak to you afterwards. I know you're on mad timings and stuff like that.
My time difference
So
is crazy,
I know you're doing a lot of mad stuff, but I would really like you to be on it. Sai's going to be on it. We're gonna have like questions on everything: superhero stuff, films,
Really?
football,
That's
everything.
dope.
It's going to be
That's dope.
my memory
Football.
of like football things is
it's not just football. It's not just football. It's going to be
All right.
it's going to be really, really fun. And someone else will be the quiz master.
All
I won't say too much. Hopefully you can make that as well.
Right.
But guys, Double H, yeah, I read that one, Double H, earlier. KG is the best defender on this panel. I did read it. I thought anyway, guys, you guys have spoken. If you haven't voted already, head over to the poll. There's still time. Double H is angry. He didn't bloody read it.
What was it then?
Calm down, sir.
I did, bro.
Tell him it's Christmas.
Double H. I did. It's Christmas. Yeah, just chill. I read it, man. I read it.
Write it again. Quickly write it again, Double H. What did you want to say, bro?
Right. Big up, people. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. with the midfielder edition of Best of 2021.
Yeah.
We are gone. Everyone keep safe. Everyone enjoy. We are out of here.
See you later.